A lot of people ask me, how do I use my spirit box? How should they use their spirit box? How does the spirit box work? As far as how I use my spirit box, I like to run on FM. I like to run on reverse at 350. Sometimes I dabble with 250 and 300, but 350 is where I like it the most. How you should use your spirit box? Well, it's as simple as this, guys. I mean, you can go to a haunted location, or you can do it from your very own living room in your home. Spirits are everywhere, all around us. So when you're using your spirit box, your intention is energy, and spirits feel that energy, and usually they'll come to you. You don't have to use a Ouija board to communicate with the dead. You don't have to use a Ouija board to bring in evil things. When you use a spirit box or any form of spiritual communication, these things will find you, they will come to you, and usually they won't leave you alone. So how a spirit box works, I've talked about this in so many videos, but I realize not everybody's just gonna hop on the channel and watch everything that I've done. The way that a spirit box works is this. Spirits are energy. They're able to communicate with us through energy, through frequency. Doesn't necessarily have to be white noise, but white noise does carry a frequency line, and that line, spirits are able to project their voice onto it, through it. It's an amazing thing. It's very fascinating. That's why I do what I do. It's as simple as a spirit yelling or trying to use everything within their power to talk to us at the right moment, that energy line is there for them to speak on. So many people have claimed to debunk the spirit box. A lot of people think, oh, that's just radio coming through. Radio fragments can come through, but what we are looking for is direct responses, direct communication, answers to our questions. I've often said to people, do my sessions sound like radio DJs and infomercials coming through? Do you scan through the radio ever when you're in your car, at home, wherever you're listening to your radio, and hear, demon, help me? These certain things that we are hearing, the way that we are hearing them, you gotta kind of just use your brain and say, does this feel like spirit communication? Is this spirit communication? You know, ITC research, what a spirit box is. It's an ITC device. It is an instrument that allows transmittable communication, and it's real. It's very real. I have taken spirit boxes to places, even in my own home, but I've went to haunted places where they've claimed that Dave or Bob or Irene or whoever died, and I have got those names to come through and respond to me before. When I've asked, David, are you here? I've heard, David, you know, just come through on the box. I've heard at places, Irene, are you here? Irene. I mean, that's a little bit too coincidental to write off. I vouch for the spirit box, man. 3 years ago, I spent about 3 hours trying to communicate with my grandmother using the spirit box, and there was no luck, and I was about to give up. And right when I was about to give up, I heard, Jody, I love you. And that clip from that session is on my channel here, Jody, I love you. I live in Florida, but I've done one-on-one sessions with people across the world, people in the UK. And when I've done sessions with them, okay, on their side, I have had accents come through that fit where they're from, the areas they live in, how they speak. Undeniable responses. I've had so many people write me after one-on-one sessions and say, Jody, I went back and I listened to what we did, and the same voice that came through that I knew was my grandmother, I matched it to a video of her speaking years ago, and I'll be damned, it was her. There are people out there that don't know how to read spirit boxes. I've seen probably 90% of the people that I have paid attention to that are ghost hunters on YouTube, I've seen they just don't know how to read spirit boxes, and the way they run them is very weird. I always stay away from FM. You want to stay away from FM because it's a weird kind of frequency, and you can tell the difference between a smoother FM frequency and a rougher AM. But yeah, man, running a spirit box correctly is really important, and I have found, as I mentioned in the beginning, reverse, FM, 350. These are beautiful sweep rates. They are slow enough to where it creates the perfect smooth line for spirits to talk on, and we can capture their voices a lot easier. Some people say CB radios, police scanners, are these things going to manipulate the spirit box? Well, that's the interesting thing. They're not going to manipulate it to where we're going to notice them manipulating it while it is running in a sweep mode. You know, one thing you always want to look for are these voices coming over sweeps. That is the best validation in the world there, because these radio stations that we're sweeping through, we're continuously sweeping through them. So if you have a voice talk over several different sweeps, you can take that to the bank. It's true. You do need to tune your brain to listen to the spirit box. And when you tune your brain to it, you'll stop getting as many headaches. In the beginning, when I first started doing the spirit box and I would do it constantly, man, I would get so many headaches and it just was annoying to my ears. But you get used to it, and you actually get to where you can say, oh, I know what that said. Bam. And you say it out loud when you hear it. I'm Jody Dean, Mr. Hunting the Dead of the Hunting the Dead YouTube channel, and my favorite device to use in ghost hunting is a spirit box. I love hearing spirits in real time. That's why it's my favorite device, because it allows us to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The patrons got it first on Patreon, and then a few days later, if you're watching this on YouTube, now you guys got it. Become a patron today, guys. Patreon.com/huntingthedead. You can become one for as little as $1 a month. And there's other perks too. For $10 a month, you get a special thank you video on Patreon. For $20 a month, you get a special thank you video, and you get shouted out in the beginning of a video. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share. This is huntingthedead.com, which brings you right here to my YouTube channel. Fucking love you guys, man. Thank you all for your support. I'm out of here. Go use your spirit boxes.